In this video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about me and how my identity is shaped by the world around me. So we're going to take a look at some of the pictures in my life. And I'll first introduce myself as Dr. Deborah Dean. I was born and raised in Kentucky. In 2009, during the recession, my job was eliminated and I moved to Iowa to continue with the same company in a different role at the headquarters. Stayed there until 2018 and moved to Colorado. And after that, left my corporate job after 25 years to start my own business. I've been teaching as an adjunct since 2015, and I earned my degree in 2017. The business that I started is coaching, consulting, mentoring, and training. And I have a lot of research interests. Some of those are faith at work, how we can integrate our faith at work, but also just in everyday practice, what that looks like all 7 days of the week, not just on Sunday. I also like to look at followership, which is the opposite view of leadership, but looking at that lens of followers, how to be a good follower, and even how to look at followers of Jesus and what we can learn about those followers with our current and everyday life. From a diversity and inclusion perspective, I like focusing on respectful pluralism and how we can respect all people for the sake of human dignity. And from leadership perspective, I do a lot of research on servant and spiritual leadership. So the next part is, how does my appearance communicate my identities? And I think you'll see from these pictures here that I'm a Christian, I'm an American, I'm a wife and a mother, or at least I hope that's what you can see through these pictures. We love spending time with family, and we have 6 children. We have 4 grandchildren, and most of our kiddos live in Kentucky. We are currently in Colorado with our youngest, who is 12, and enjoying life with him. The next question is, what are you giving us a tour of and why? So I'm giving you a tour of pictures of my life, pictures of people in my life. And how does this show you who I am? Well, I think this helps you to see different parts of my identity, right? Because I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a sister. You'll see pictures here of my brother and sister. My brother has passed away. He died in a car accident at age 30. My sister in the bottom left corner there, she's actually addicted to all sorts of drugs. And so we're praying for her and not sure what the future is going to look like for that. So if you could keep her in your prayers, that would be great. My grandparents are in this picture in the middle, and my grandmother is, she was full-blooded German. Her family came over with her mother at age 3 on a boat. And my grandfather, as much as I know about his family, is they're from Alabama. That's about all that I know. On the other side of my family, my dad, who's pictured here with the uniform, he's a Vietnam vet. My grandfather was a World War II vet, and he stormed Normandy. My dad has, he had a tour in Vietnam. And so his family has Cherokee Indian in it. And when we talk about our identity, I think this is important because from the Cherokee perspective, I can't prove that lineage. I know that it's there. We have the storytelling that's passed down. We know the history, but from a fact-based perspective, the Cherokee tribal nation will not recognize us because our family wasn't on the roll. The top picture there in the middle is a picture after my wedding. And so this is a lot of people that showed up, which is basically my in-laws, my mom and stepdad, my dad and stepmom, and all of our kids, and my nephew and my niece in that picture. Interestingly enough, with this picture, we were going to elope. It was our second wedding. My husband and I planned to elope in Tennessee. We lived in Kentucky at the time. And we did let the family know that, hey, we're going to go to Tennessee and get married. And lo and behold, everybody else showed up too. So it was a fantastic event. And that was in 2002. So I've spent a lot of time over the years thinking about what God's plan is for our life and how this shapes my identity, our family's identity, and how to really be more purposeful in our daily walk. With this, we put together this family vision statement, and I wanted to look at what we can do on a daily basis to really treat others properly, and to enjoy the world around us and all that God has created, and to make sure that God is front and center in our life. As I've mentioned, I'm a wife. My husband and I love to travel. We travel as much as we can. We also love to be with our family. So you'll see lots of pictures here with our kiddos too. I'm a mom. Again, I'm a mom of 6 kids. We have 2 boys and we have 3 girls. And then one of our babies passed away when I was 5 months pregnant. So that one's not pictured here, but one day we'll see that one in heaven. And I'm not sure if that's a boy or a girl. I'm also a grandma of 4 beautiful kiddos. So we have 1 boy. Boys are hard to come by in my family. And we have 3 girls. And all of our grandkids live in Kentucky. As I mentioned, we love to travel with our kids. We love to go to the beach. We love to go skiing. We just love to be outdoors. Now, some of the things that are on the horizon with me as far as my identity and creating my own business is that I'm publishing. So I've published several chapters in books, several journal articles. I'm an editor as well. And these are some of the ones that I've contributed to or edited. I also have several more in the hopper. And I'm also a public speaker. My most recent talk was a TEDx talk on restorative justice. Last year I spoke at Disrupt HR. Both of those topics included respectful pluralism and how we can have conversations to really include every person for the sake of human dignity. I've also been in symposiums and I speak at other events as well. So those other identities that I'm striving to develop include writer, author, editor, speaker, and I've been on several podcasts too. So ultimately, my identity, I hope that you can see through this, is formed in the identity of Christ, that I am doing all things, I try my best to do all things for his glory. And that has been a shift for me in the past, I'd say 4 or 5 years, where I try to put him first. I try to put God first and let him be the leader, let him be the CEO of my life. And with that, I have been amazed at just how much has been accomplished. And I give all of that glory to God. And this is me. This is my identity. So thank you for paying attention and watching. And I'm looking forward to seeing your videos too.